Okay, so welcome to the 3.3.11 lab. This is the software version control with Git, and this is our new updated lab here too. So we got 7 parts in here, and the first part is launching the DevASC VM, and as you can see, we already have it launched right here. But starting with part 2, we're going to initialize Git. We are going to stage and commit a file in the Git repo. We're going to manage the file and track some changes here. We're going to work on some branches and merging. We're going to handle merge conflicts. And this last part is really, I think, one of the best parts about this. It's being able to integrate our Git instance with GitHub and be able to push and pull back and forth there. Okay, so let's get started here. Okay, let's set up our username and let's set up our email right here. And the way we do it is with git config, we'll do a global user.name. Okay, and in my instance, it's Prof Hamachi. Okay, and let's set the email address too. Git config, we'll do global. We'll do user email. Okay, and in my case, it's this. And obviously, use your username and use your email address. And what you can do here is do a git config list. Okay, so awesome. We got our username and we got our user email configured here. Okay, how about we make a directory called Git Intro, and we're going to cd into Git Intro. Okay, so cool. Here's what we got under DevNet source here. We should have a Git Intro here. So there it is, Git Intro. As it is right now, the directory is empty, and we are underneath that Git Intro directory here. First thing we're going to have to do is do a git init so that we initialize this current directory that we're in as a Git repository. Okay, and the way that you do that is with git init. This initialize an empty Git repo in this path here. So if you do an LL, you'll see that it's .git here in this directory. That's your local database. As you work on your project, you'll want to see which files have changed. This is helpful when you're committing files to the repo and you don't want to commit all of them, right? The git status command displays the modified files in the working directory that are staged for your next commit. So let's do a git status right here. This tells us that we are on our master branch. The commit message is the initial commit, and there's nothing changed to commit. So in this part, we're going to create a file. We're going to stage that file, and we're going to commit that file to the Git repo. So how about we just do some echo commands right here. We can do echo. I am on my way to passing the Cisco DevASC exam. Cool, so we are going to redirect this to this particular file here. Okay, so cool. There we go. There is the devasc.txt file that's right here. Now we're going to examine the repo status using git status now. So what we have right now is that a file is ready. That's this file right here, this devasc.txt file. We need to stage this now. So we're going to do a git add and add this file in. So that's done with git add devasc.txt. Okay, you want to see the status on that, git status. And good, the file went from red to green here. So now that you've staged your changes, you'll need to commit them in order to let Git know that you want to start tracking these changes. So commit your staged content as a new commit snapshot by using the git commit command. Okay, and that's done like this. So we want to do a git commit. And what we'll also want to do here is add a message. And this message here is anything that's locally significant that's going to help you remember what this commit was for. Okay, so how about we do git commit, committing devasc.txt to begin tracking changes. All right, good. So note the number and letter combination highlighted in this output that's right here. This is going to be our commit hash. The commit ID here is the first 7 characters of the full commit hash. Your commit ID will be different than the one that's displayed out here. So if we want to view the commit history, we use the git log command to show all commits in the current branch's history. So by default, all commits are made to the master branch. So branches will be discussed later, and also the renaming of the branch. Okay. The first line is the commit hash with the commit ID as the first 7 characters. The file is committed to the master branch. This is followed by your name, email address, and the date of the commit, and the message you included with the commit here. See, so here it is, C205F1C. That should match up with the first 7 here. 2, 4, 6, 7, right? So there it is. There's the whole commit hash. This is the commit ID right here, okay? This is the commit ID. This was made to the master branch here. The author is me, and this, I believe, is UTC time, okay? And that commit message is right out over here. So in this part, we're going to modify a file, stage a file, commit the file, and verify the changes in the repository. So we're going to make a change to this devasc text command using the echo command. So let's do this. Echo, I am beginning to understand Git. Okay, and since we want to append to this file, we do 2 carets right there. And we output to devasc.txt. Excellent. So there it is. There's our new line that's right under there. And what do? We do a git status here. Okay, cool. Looks like we have a file that has been modified. Okay, file's been modified. So why don't we do a git add devasc.txt. And we'll do a git commit -m, and we added additional line to file. So good, here's our commit ID. There we go, yours is going to be different, right? So let's verify that this change is in the repository now. So we can do a git log. And look, we have the added additional line to file. This is on the master branch here. And here's the commit ID. Matches up with the commit hash here. This is the full commit hash. So when you have multiple entries in the log file, just like how we do, we can compare the 2 commits using the git diff command. And what we'll do is we'll do a git diff with the original commit ID followed by the latest commit ID. Commit ID will do this, git diff. Our ID, we know that this one's the latest. Okay, that one's the latest, and the early one was over here. Well, I don't want to scroll back, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there it is. Cool. And so what we see is the plus that's right here. This is the difference, okay, between the last file, that last commit, and the latest commit. So branches and merging. When a repo is created, the files are automatically put in a branch called master, at least with this version that's inside the DevASC VM. Whenever possible, it's recommended to use branches rather than directly updating the master branch. If it's just maybe you and somebody else like me, yeah, we can probably collaborate on the main or the master branch just fine, like how we do in GitHub Classroom. But yeah, if you have any more developers who are working on code, you probably want to start considering using different branches. So branching is used so that you can make changes in another area without affecting that top level main or master branch there. This is done to help prevent accidental updates which might overwrite existing code. So in this part, we're going to create a new branch. We're going to check out the branch. We're going to make changes in that branch. We're going to stage and commit, and then merge the branch changes to the master branch, and then delete the branch. All right, so the first thing we're going to be doing here is git branch, and let's call it feature. Okay, and we verify the current branch by doing git branch. And as we see with the star right here, we are on the master branch. So if we need to switch to the feature branch over here, easy. We just do a git checkout feature. Cool. So we switch to branch feature right here. Do git branch and verify that we are indeed on the feature branch. All right, so let's append a new line of text to the devasc text file. Again, using the echo command, and then we do have the file that's up here so we can monitor our changes. Okay, so echo, this text was added originally while in the feature branch. Okay, make sure we append to the devasc.txt file here. Here's our third line that was added. Let's go ahead and add, right? Remember git status here, right? So you see the file in red. So what do we have to do? We have to git add devasc.txt. There it is in green there. So it's the stage ready to be committed. So let's commit. Okay, added a third line in feature branch. Added a third line in feature branch. Excellent. So we got the commit ID that's going to be right here in git log. We should see under the feature branch right here, added a third line in the feature branch. Let's see what happens. We're under the feature branch right now. Let's see what happens if we switch to the master branch. So that top level. Okay. So that's done with git checkout master. Hey, we didn't see that line there. Looks like that line disappeared because we switched branches, right? If we were to go back to the feature branch, then we see that third line that's been added there. So here's what we do. We're going to need to merge file contents from that feature branch all the way into that top level master or main branch right here. So branches are often used when implementing new features or fixes. They can be submitted for review by team members, and then, once verified, can be pulled into the main code base. That's that top level branch there. So we merge the contents from the feature branch into the master branch by using the git merge command here. Okay, so we want to merge the feature branch into the master there. Okay, the branch name is the branch that histories are pulled from into the current branch. The output displays the one file that was changed with the one line inserted here. So git merge feature. Cool, so we merged that change. That was that third line that was pulled in from that feature branch to the main here. So now that we merged that change in there, we don't need that feature branch anymore. So we can delete it. Okay, and deleted the feature branch. So cool, we're on the top level now. So at times, you may experience a merge conflict. This is when you've made overlapping changes to a file and Git cannot automatically merge the changes. So you have to do it manually, right? It's not so bad, right? Just stay with me on this and we'll show you how to handle merge conflicts here. So why don't we do a test branch here? Git branch test. And we'll go to git checkout test. Okay. Git branch. Let's just eyeball, make sure that we're really on that test branch, which we are. So I know that the lab says to use the stream editor that's right here, but this is easy enough that we can just make it in VS Code here. So we've been monitoring this file anyway. So why don't we just make our change right in here? Okay. So we're looking for this line 1. So this line right here, Cisco, want to change it to Netacad. Okay, and go ahead and save your file. And we want to stage and commit that test branch here. So instead of doing it 2 different lines of commands, we can combine them into one. And we can do this. So git commit, we're going to add, right? And we're also going to add that message right here. Change Cisco to Netacad. Okay, so that's a one-liner right there for you. So if you already know that you wanted to stage and commit, then you could do it with one line just like that. Okay, so we are in the test branch right now. If we were to go and check out master, so you see this line here change back to Cisco because we're under the top level branch right there. Why don't we modify the contents of this devasc text file. Now you notice that we modified that file while we were under that test branch, but we didn't merge the changes in yet. Okay, so we're intentionally causing a merge conflict right now. So while we're under the master or the main branch here, we could take this Cisco here and change it to DevNet. Yep, we verified that change there. And also too, this part isn't in the lab, but I just wanted to show you. So if we check out test, okay, you notice we have, yeah, so local changes to the following files would be overwritten by checkout, right? Please commit your changes or stash them before you switch branches. So Git here kind of saves you from yourself. Okay. So why don't we do a git commit? We're still under that top level branch. Git commit -a-m, and we changed Cisco to DevNet. Okay. So check this out now. So this was under that top level branch. Let's check out the test branch. Okay. And that test branch has Netacad up here on line number 1. Okay. While the master branch has this right here, it has DevNet instead. So let's see what happens if we git merge test. Yeah, awesome. We got a merge conflict right here. Okay. The easiest thing to do, I'll just talk about it for a second, but you see in VS Code how you have different options here: accept the current change, accept the incoming change, or accept both or compare. Usually I'm either doing accept the current change or the incoming change. The current change is right here. It's head. I'm on my way to passing the DevNet DevASC exam. Or the incoming is from the test branch here. That one is the Netacad DevASC exam. And the lab wants you to use Vim to edit here. And it's really just like taking out this line. It's taking out this line, taking out this line, and then this line here, right? So it's a bunch of line deletes, right? So the whole spirit of it is that you want to accept the current change, which is the DevNet here, not the Netacad one. So instead of doing a bunch of line deletes, you can accept the current change. The current change is this. Okay. If you're really sure, then go ahead and accept the current change there. Okay. And then you can save. So now if we do a git status, we have this here. Fix conflicts, and then we have that unmerged paths. We're on that top level branch that's right here. We modified the devasc text file right here. No changes added to commit. So, well, hey, we're going to have to git add. Yeah, it's devasc.txt there. And then how about we commit git commit -a-m, and we manually merged from the test branch. Okay, manually merge from the test branch here. So good, let's do git log. And yes, so there is our merge that happened right there. There's manually merge from the test branch. And we also had to manually go in and accept that current change. Okay, hit Q. Good. Alrighty here, so this is where the rubber meets the road here. This is tying in our local Git instance with GitHub here. So far, all the changes that we've made to our file have been stored locally right there. Okay, Git runs local and doesn't require any central file server or cloud-based hosting service. Git allows a user, like you and me, to locally store and manage files. So although Git is useful for a single user, integrating the local Git repo with a cloud-based server like GitHub is helpful when working within a team. So each team member keeps a copy on the repository on their local machine and updates the central cloud-based repo to share any changes. All right, so what we have here is go ahead and create your GitHub account. I already have mine created here. Log into your GitHub account and we are going to create a repository here. Okay. So your repositories, I think, yeah, I might as well show you how to delete a repo. I did this lab before. I did it the other night. So yeah, let's go to settings here. It's all the way down here, delete this repo. Yes, I know that I want to delete this. Okay, good. So we're going to select the new repository button and select new repository. So new repository is going to be up here. We're going to create a repo using the following information here. So repository name is devasc study team. The description is going to be working together to pass the devasc exam. Very important. Make sure it's private. That should be enough. You don't have to worry about any of these options. Go ahead and create your repository. So good, you're presented with this right now, and we can kind of let this go. And I'll show you more a little bit later on that. Okay, here's what you're going to need to do because there is no more HTTPS OAuth. Okay, so we're gonna go in through. We're gonna go through and generate and upload our SSH key in terminal here. So easy enough. We could just create another bash shell right here, another instance, and we are going to need to go into our SSH folder. So cd home .ssh. Okay. Why don't we generate our SSH key with SSH keygen, and we'll do -o. Okay, enter the file in which to save the key, just enter's fine. Passphrase, enter's fine. Same passphrase, enter's fine. Okay, so good. We should be able to now see our SSH key. Okay, it's the public key that we're going to be needing here. So ID RSA pub. We're going to cat this. Okay. All right. So why don't we grab from here all the way up to here. Don't grab any more space that's right after that, or else you're going to run into some problems here. Okay. So go ahead and copy this. And we are going to paste this now. We need to go under Settings. Okay, go under SSH and GPG keys. Click New SSH Key up here. Okay, and we'll call this June 23 term. Yeah. And paste our key in. Okay, once it's pasted in there with no extra trailing space there, add your SSH key. All right, so there you have it. Okay, we could probably get rid of this instance. Just exit out of there, that'll be fine. And we left off in labs DevNet source Git Intro. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to make a dev ASC study team here. Okay. Dev ASC study team, and then we're going to change directories into there as well. Okay, so cool. We have our dev ASC study team here, and we're changed directory into there right now. So let's copy this file, this dev ASC file. So that's the CP here. One directory level up, that's the ... We're going to copy that dev ASC .text and have one period. One period there means current directory. Good. So now we have that that file currently in the DevASC study team directory. So good. Let's initialize a new Git repo by doing git init. Initialized empty Git repo. Let's verify git config list. Okay. And we have the username and we have the email right here too. If those don't match there, then go to the start of the video and do the git config global username and user email. But at this point, I think we're good to continue on here. Okay, we're going to do a git remote add command to add a git URL as a remote alias. The value origin points to the newly created repo on GitHub, and we'll use our username in the path here. Probably the easiest thing to do then would be to come on out over here. Okay, look for your repositories. Okay, there's the DevASC study team. Go ahead and click SSH here. So I think the default is HTTPS, but click SSH right here. And we can copy this out here. Yours is going to be a little bit different. It's going to have your GitHub username right here. This one's my GitHub username. Get your own. All right, so let's copy that out right there. And what we're going to do is a git remote add origin. So that's git remote add origin. And then go ahead and paste in what you copied. Okay, good. we can verify that the remote is out over here. So git remote verbose. Excellent. So this is the one that's pointed up to here. Let's stage and commit that devasc text file here. So remember git status. Yeah. We need to add this. So there's only one file in this directory, so we can do like git add star. Okay. And then git commit -m. We added devasc.txt file to devasc study team. Go ahead and commit that. You got the got that master, got that root commit, added devasc text file to devasc study team. So here is the problem now. GitHub did away with a couple of things as of like a year and a half ago or so. A year and a half ago, they did away with naming that top level branch master. I guess they wanted to get away from social inequities. So, okay. New branches up at the top are now named main. Okay. So that's the first thing that changed. The second thing that changed, no more HTTPS OAuth. So, okay. The other way to do it now is use the SSH key. And that's the whole spirit of DevNet in general, is that we got options. We have ways to work around certain constraints. Why don't we change our master branch that's right here? Let's change it to main. And the way we do it is like this here. So let's clear that. We'll do git branch -m. So change that master branch to main. Okay. Let's do a git fetch origin. You will probably get this ECDSA error here. It's just a warning saying, hey, we haven't reached out to GitHub here before. Do you trust it? Yes, you trust it. Okay, so we did a git fetch origin here. We're also going to do a git push. Set upstream origin main. Excellent. So we did push there, and then we also want to do this git remote set head origin A. Okay, so that when we do like a git log here, we can see when we're going to push. So git status here. Guess what? We are now on the main branch. Our branch is up to date with origin main. Nothing to commit, working tree clean. So let's come out over here to our GitHub. Let's do a refresh right here, shall we? Excellent. There's that file. If we were to come in here and look at the file here, yeah, that's what it looks like. And we can also see here too that we have a commit hash or commit ID. Commit ID is 7DCA A97. Okay. Just wondering, is that what we see out here? Yes. There is our full commit hash. That's right out here. That's the full commit hash. And let's see, do we have a commit ID? Well, we got this right here. Yeah, 7 Delta. Yeah, CAA 97. Yep, that matches up right here. So watch, we could even do this. Okay. We could, in fact, do things like maybe touch test.txt, right? That's a brand new file that we're doing there. So git status. Good. Git add everything. Git commit -m added test.txt. Git push origin main. Okay, good. So check this out now. If you come out to your repository, do refresh up here. Congratulations, we now have that test.txt file that we added here. And as you can see, it's a blank file. Okay, why don't we do this? Why don't we do I am a test text file. Commit the change. Okay, good. So we have here, we updated the test.txt file. Okay, so if we were to look at that test.txt file, we have nothing in there. Right? That's what it looks like. But we should be able to do a git pull now from our repo. So maybe a git pull origin. Excellent. So we pulled down our changes here. So cool. Let's see if git log has a record of that. Yes, here it is. So we updated that test.txt here. Yeah, so good. From GitHub up here. And check this out. The author is Professor Amachi on github.com there, right? So congratulations, you made it all the way through the software version control with GitLab, and these are the new updates. All right, folks, so I think that's going to do it for us today. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe on the video there, and we'll see you on the next one, okay?